I want to do a quick exercise with you, right? Let's talk about Hytale. So let's say that we have okay. So Hytale's world, right? What is the name of the world? Orbis. Okay. Now, what's the name of the world for Minecraft? The, we don't really know, do we? What about Roblox? What's the name for Roblox's world? I don't think we have the answer to that either. Okay. Does Hytale have gods or any type of divine figures? Yes, undoubtedly. Okay. Does Minecraft? If you call the Ender Dragon divine, I guess maybe, or the Wither, maybe. It's kind of a devil, I guess, because it was born of the Nether, right? That kind of makes sense. That kind of tracks a little bit. What about Roblox? Absolutely not. I'm having this weird thought process. I just saw like another news article about trust us guys, Hytale's coming. And like I have no doubts that it's coming, but I realize that like a lot of these delays seem to be associated with the fact that Hytale's making all these modding tools and they had their big engine rewrite and they're growing their scope and their ambition. It's like, okay, that's great and all. But I feel like okay, for the modding tools in particular, I can't help but feel like this is kind of wasted. I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but what's coming to the forefront of my mind right now is that Hytale is too advanced to be a Minecraft competitor or a good modding platform. And I'm hoping that I'm able to articulate why I think that as we continue on this talk here. So, Minecraft has no lore. Its world is blank and barren. You don't really care what the villagers are, where they came from. Nobody really questions the lore of Minecraft. And for Roblox, it's even more so. Like nobody's out here asking, so, what's Roblox guy's name? Nobody knows. It's a complete mystery, right? I really should have gotten that pistol. I should have gotten that pistol. I regret it. All these fucking cowards, I regret it. All these motherfuckers, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But for Hytale, we have all these details that we really shouldn't have for a game that claims to be letting you express yourself, right? Like I was looking at okay, so like I have a list of modding ideas for games that I like, right? I'm constantly adding shit to this list. One of the things I added just the other day was the idea of a class system for Hytale, right? Because from what we know, there are no classes, there's no XP system, there's no RPG mechanics. Like I said, it's just a well, I don't know if I said this, but Hytale is the logical conclusion of a modded Minecraft playthrough. Like you get one of those mod packs that's like all adventure, all RPG. We're going to give you like 11 fucking tiers of items, special drops. Here's your bosses, bro. Like that type of shit. Yeah, Hytale is that. Like at its logical conclusion, this is the end of the road. Hytale is that. But what happens with Hytale in particular is that because it's the end of the road, because it's already basically modded, what else is there to mod? I was thinking about this class system, and I realized, as I was looking through the wiki for Hytale, oh, they actually have a fucking jetpack in here, right? I was planning on making an engineer class, right? The engineer will let you set up zip lines so you and your friends can traverse the world easier. They can set up climbable surfaces, turrets, and they will have some type of spring that they can put down on specific blocks, and that spring will stay there and it can be destroyed by other players or enemies, who knows. But there's a variety of ways to take it. But I saw the jetpack, and I realized, what? You guys have a fucking jetpack? What don't you have? And that's when this feeling started to set in, like, okay, I don't think... who's Hytale for, exactly? Who exactly are the creators that are going to use Hytale as a platform to make crazy, insane shit? Because I'm looking at it, I'm not sure it would be me, right? Like, I'm happy to like do something, but it doesn't feel like it has anything worth doing. Let me expand on what I mean a little bit more. So, Minecraft. Okay, another thing. Like Minecraft is like dead simple, right? Not just in its gameplay, but it's ugly as shit. When Notch made this fucking game, he didn't give a fuck about the graphics, okay? Programmer art, that's what they call it, okay? Minecraft is ugly. It's super ugly. Hytale is fucking beautiful. It is, once again, the logical conclusion of Minecraft's art style. The Hytale is the logical conclusion of a lot of things. But because it's concluded, Alright, what do I make with this? What I'm trying to get at here is that Hytale is not a blank canvas. You can't really create on Hytale anything that's not, like, explicitly designed to be created. I was looking at the art style, and I asked, I have a few artist friends that I talk to, right? As opposed to the artist friends I don't talk to, which is more common than you think. I was asking them, hey, do you think you'd be able to replicate Hytale's art style? And they said, fuck no. I was like, really? Why? Yeah, it's too detailed. Like, I can't I don't know what the fucking color palette is. I don't know, like, what brushes I should use in order to blend the colors. I don't know where all their highlights are. Like, if I wanted to add to, like, assets and creatures and shit to Hytale, I would basically need a Hytale style guide, and even then I would need, like, a lot of guidance and a lot of practice in order to get that right. When I think about Minecraft, one of the earliest mods that ever came out was Industrial Craft. And Industrial Craft was ugly as shit. I don't know if anybody remembers that. It looks terrible. Alright? It just did. It looks absolutely fucking horrendous. And yet, that mod inspired an entire fucking genre. That and Buildcraft, I guess. Both mods look terrible. Both mods look absolutely fucking horrendous. But they inspired so much. And despite not having good art, they were allowed to basically exist as is, and I don't know. I feel like we're not going to get Industrial Craft for Hytale because, like, it's too difficult. It's too difficult to match that. How do you make something that would fit into the mod's... I'm sorry, into the game's art style? See, I'm treating Hytale like a fucking mod. I don't know. I feel like there's something explicitly wrong with it, and I'm not exactly sure how or what should be done about it. They're spending all this time making these modding tools and modding features, like, you know, they're basically remaking Blockbench, and it's like, why are you guys doing that? And then I saw some shit about their fucking marketplace. I'm like, oh god, we're replicating Bedrock. Why do we have a marketplace? What are we doing? What are we up to here? Like, the more I hear about Hytale, I kind of wish I didn't catch up with it. I kind of wish I didn't know anything. Not because I want to be surprised, but because, like, ignorance is bliss, bro. Look at this motherfucker running from me. Can I get him? There we go. I feel so worried. Accessibility is such a big deal when it comes to modding. And tools are usually not the issue. Think about Bethesda games. I do not want to lose more speed. I'll take the lifesteal. Lost though. Bethesda came out with the creation kit. It was a pain in the ass to use. I don't care what anybody says. I hate using the creation kit. Fuck the creation kit. Creation kit sucks. Creation Kit 2 hasn't come out yet. I assume it's going to be better, but knowing Bethesda, who knows? Creation Kit allows you to use all of the assets that the game has to make whatever the fuck you want. Right? But when you look at the editor, or what footage has been shown of it for Hytale, it's, like I said, it's literally Blockbench. They're recreating Blockbench. And it's like, okay, what is the point of you having your own editing animation suite? Who does this help? Who does this serve? What exactly is the workflow you're expecting of us? Usually, you create these tools because you have a very particular way of conveying data to your game, right? Indie game that I like a lot. Well, I don't really like a lot, but I played a lot. Was Crystal Projects. Crystal Projects. Everything that you can do in the game can be tied into a JSON file. And so it's like, it's super easy, and mod tools are created for that game. Make it easy as possible to make your own JSON file, to make whatever mod you want. But the mods are still limited by the tools, right? You can't make the world blue using Crystal Project's world editor, because it doesn't have a fucking world editor. You can change classes, you can change items, you can change where the items are, but you can't change the world itself. That's the limitation of the tools. If Crystal Project would allow you to import assets and stuff and work with, like, OBJs and DAE files and FBX files, which are my favorite, because for some reason my OBJs always have a fucking MTL file. I'm not getting nerdy. My point is that there's limitations because the tools made by the author weren't verbose enough. And because they're not verbose enough, there's a limit on what we can do without directly hex editing or doing something advanced, right? Well, Hytale looks like it's on the exact same path where it's like, okay, we have a walled garden here. Not just a walled garden as in, like, the tools we can let you use, but we have, like, a walled marketplace. Like I said, they're recreating Minecraft Bedrock, and that's worrying. Like, because Minecraft Bedrock just put in their paid mod system, and it's like, oh god, why are we doing this? Are we being serious right now? Yes, they are. They are being very serious. I should have gone the plank. Oh, that's my fault. With a walled garden comes regulation and control and all of these terrible fucking things. Like, nobody liked it when Bethesda wanted to do their fucking paid mods. No one liked it when fucking, Minecraft Bedrock started doing their paid mods. Well, except for the Bedrock players. Sorry, Bedrock players. What the fuck made Hytale think, oh yeah, dude, we should create a walled garden, we should create an ecosystem? Does this really make it easier for anybody? I don't know. Like, I certainly don't fucking think it's easier. If I make a mod for Hytale, I don't want to put it in a fucking marketplace that's controlled by Hytale. What if they take my mod down? What if they do something sketchy and add, like, advertisements and shit when I don't want advertisements attached to my mod? I don't have control over my own work. That'd bother me. It would bother me enough to just not make a mod for Hytale. That's a big deal. And once again, it's like, I don't know how big this modding scene would be. Because recall that it's supposed to be like a sandbox game. It's supposed to, like, free your imagination or whatever the fuck. I bet you if I go look up the tagline of Hytale, it's going to say something like, do whatever you want, creative freedom, or some bullshit like that. But the systems that are at play do not play like that. Speaking of systems, let's do a fucking game design exercise. You want to know the most irritating thing in any fucking Minecraft mod pack? Is when the fucking solution that these mod pack creators think of is, oh, if I want to create a more interesting game loop, I should just add more tiers of armor and weapons. I can't tell you how fucking boring it is to go from copper to iron to fucking ruby, sapphire, fucking ember. Like, they're all the same thing, and yet for some reason these pack creators they struggle with the basic concept of non-linear progression. They struggle with the fact that it's like they forget, hey, did you know that players can, like, mine down after they get iron tools and get diamonds? Yeah, that's right. So all these tiers before diamonds, they're gone. Oh wait, if a player opens up a fucking chest, guess what happens to all these items? That's right, they're completely ignored. Your wood armor? Yeah, what did you put wood armor into the pack for? Players can't even be fucked to get leather armor, let alone wood armor. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times have you gone out of your way to craft leather armor? Well, Hytale has the exact same fucking issue. And it's like, there's no way. I was looking at their material list, because I was like, when I was experimenting, and, like, hold on. There's leather, wood, leaf, bone, stone, copper, iron, silver, gold, steel, cobalt, thorium, and then some unlisted unique shit. Look at all these fucking tiers of weapons, and it's like, here's the issue with sandbox games in progression. In a sandbox game, you need everything to be recursive, right? As soon as you're done with the copper armor, what use is copper? We have the exact same situation in Minecraft right now. All this copper in the world, nowhere to use it in vanilla. So why is it here? Oh yeah, bro, you need a lightning rod. For what? I watched this guy named Simply Sark. I love this guy's videos, alright? One of my favorite creators. And Simply Sark starts talking about how to use, like, copper armor. Like, how he imagines it implemented into Minecraft. It's some of the most interesting game design I have ever fucking seen. He imagines copper as a conduit for lightning, and you can charge up the armor. And while it's not as strong as diamond, it can be charged up to a point where it's just as strong, if not a little bit stronger. And it has, like, utility to it, and, like, there's risk to it, because if you step in water while the armor is charged, you'll get electrocuted and you might possibly die. So it's super dangerous. There's risk and reward to it, and it's like, this is super interesting. These like, tangible gameplay reasons to use this armor. And I'm not talking just normal, like, oh yes, increases your base damage by 20%. No, I'm talking, like, actual, like, there's systems attached to this armor. That's super cool. And Hytale isn't doing that. Now, naturally, yes, you can fix that with mods, and that's definitely a mod I would make. I want to call it, like, weapon diversity or armor diversity or something like that. I don't know. But the point is that they're not doing that. It feels like Hytale's entering this situation where the things that it has on offer are things that I would necessarily have to unwind. I would have to undo everything that they did. Imagine Baldur's Gate 3. Imagine having to deconstruct the entire game and rebuild it as a total conversion in order to make it, like, viable as a platform for creation. Imagine how stupid that is. It's very stupid, no? But that's basically what Hytale is. Hytale is so well established. It has lore. It has fucking weapons and armor and shit. It has its own fucking progression loop. It has this fucking story mode. It has a story. And I'm like, why? A platform for creation, my ass. Well, what am I creating? You created everything. What's left to create here? All this work. All this work that could just be going back into making my own game. Like, do I dare? I don't know. I don't know if I dare. It sounds like a pain in the ass. And I'm not, like, hating on Hytale, like... Well, it sounds like I'm hating on Hytale. But, like, what I'm trying to get across here is that there's no room. There's no room for Hytale to be what the fuck Hytale is. There just isn't. It's not a good competitor to Minecraft because it's too advanced. It has too much content. Its art style is too fucking detailed. It's too much. It's too much to be fucking rival for Minecraft. Mario and Sonic are rivals because they're considered equals in some way, right? Don't let the fanboys hear that. But you wouldn't consider fucking... I don't know. You wouldn't consider Ubisoft and Google rivals, would you? Like, okay, sure, they're both technically tech, I guess. But... do you know how big the scale difference is? Well, that's Hytale in Minecraft. Like, the closest competitor Minecraft probably has is Vintage Story. And Vintage Story is kind of the same situation where it's like, this is the logical conclusion of survival mod packs, right? When you get your temperature mods, you get your fucking thirst and hunger mods, you put all that in. This is what it looks like at the end of the day. And it's like, okay, was this necessary? Well, it was necessary. They wanted to make their own thing. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Vintage Story isn't advertising itself as a creative platform. It doesn't advertise itself as a creative outlet at all. So I'm cool with Vintage Story being Vintage Story and taking its radical, weird direction with its gangly characters and its bizarre eldritch story. Like, all that shit is super cool to me. Hytale is not cool. Because it's not supposed to be this. It wasn't supposed to end up like this. It wasn't supposed to be this way. And yet, here it is. Very much like this. I feel like, there are certain games... Like, I've seen people come into, communities all the time saying, hey, I want to get into modding. How do I do it? And then, like, you give them a guide, and they fucking disappear forever, and they never come back, alright? It's already difficult enough to get people into the modding community to begin with. When you up the bar, not because the tools are too difficult to use, but because... Like, the tools can be as difficult as you fucking want. We have APIs. We have ways to circumvent that. What we don't have ways to circumvent is, like, shit already being done. It's so difficult to be like, okay, what do you want to make? Well, I want to make weapons and armor. Alright, what type of weapons do you want to make? I think I want to make a type of magic sword that shoots fire when you swing it. Oh no, that's already been done. What? Yep, that's already in the game. Oh, okay, I'll make a car. Nope, that's already been done. What? Yeah, it's one of the default mods. Yeah, they made fucking example mods, a fucking alien wave shooter. I can't believe they did that before the community did. They took the fun away. I don't know, man. I'm kind of shook. I'm kind of worried. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not at all worried that the game's never coming out. I believe it's coming out. I believe that. I understand what an engine rewrite takes. I understand how difficult that is. You damn. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. Okay, refactoring sucks. But the bones of the game, right? The fucking like the DNA of this thing. That's worrying. That's very worrying. A lot of luck. Damage or... Yeah, I'll take dodge. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's possible that I'm just completely fucking missing a direction here. Right? But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's a dead end. There's this game, Divinity Original Sin 2, where it came out fully complete. It's a fully complete RPG. And it has a modding scene. They made modding tools for it and everything. Super cool modding tools. Super advanced. Pretty much the entire fucking, everything they made the game with. It's all right here. You have the ability to do everything right here. These are really advanced modding tools. And you know what 90% of the fucking mods are for this game? Classes. Everyone's just making classes. And weapons and accessories and shit. Nobody's really, like, overhauling the campaign. Nobody's really making, like, new characters, new stories. It's really just... I don't want to call it boring. But it's stagnant, and you can tell, right? It's very obvious that it's stagnant. That's the situation it's in. And Hytale is going to be like that, I feel. Hytale is going to be in a situation where the most advanced thing that users can make without getting a fucking commission from an artist who knows exactly how to replicate that style is going to be like tweaking existing systems and like making minigames, which is cool. I like minigames as much as the next guy. But it's limited. I fucked up. Whatever. Anyways, but I don't know, man. I mean, I'm excited, but also kind of scared. It might be cool. It might be dog shit. I guess we'll see.